Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Might be changing the route. The run inside. It's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. Finds his man. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. A little screen to the running back. Shakes off the defender. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He might want another play. Running inside. It's Davidson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Maybe some room here. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's more. Escapes the pressure going right.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out fired on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moore. Under fire.
This offense may want to take note of where this guy is lining up because he's got 2 sacks now in the first 2 plays of the game. He's wrecking this thing before it's even getting underway.
And this crowd is losing it, frenzied after the back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long coming up. Moore will throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got it. Might have a chance. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it out. It's Baird. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Davison. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clemson jumps to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
He's going to take a shot. Got it down the field. Oh, look out of the line. 10. Touchdown, Clemson. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You're going to play man-to-man coverage on him. You're going to leave him on an island. It's not going to turn out well.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Dante Moore. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And they swarm him under. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Bust through behind his pad. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They give it to him again. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. The screen, and watch out. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bear. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Floating away. He turns it loose to the left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Tiger! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Running inside, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box, everybody up.
Upstairs, he's got it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Keep spinning the bean like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the 3rd 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's what they want their teams to be every single week.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Trying to get behind the defense. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but...
Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Working that left side, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy. Around being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stepping to the right. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. On the run, it's Davison. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's more to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun on 3rd down. Moore going long. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab on the left. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw again. That one comes out hot down the right side. Fires and picked off.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
The run inside. It's Davison. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Throwing more. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Open spaces. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Spins away from the defender. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.